chamber is going to serve as a filter.
The International Criminal Court has sent a message that it means business on the two Kenyan cases currently at The Hague. ICC spokesman Fadi-el-Abdallah is in the country, bearing a warning that any witness found to give false testimony could be jailed for at least 5 years.
Unless you are following the rules, unless you are party to the proceedings, whether the prosecution or the defense or the victims that are represented by their legal representative of victims. And these parties and participants would need to ask the judges to modify or amend or issue a new decision. And that needs to respect the procedure and needs to be based on factual and legal argumentation and not on any kind of political consideration or others.
The warning comes as the ICC presidency prepares to name the judges that will handle the Kenyan cases. But this does not mean that the four suspects, William Ruto, Uhuru Kenyatta, Joshua Sang or Francis Mudhaura, will have to appear before the chamber anytime soon.
The trial chamber will need to conduct the proceedings for this preparatory phase before announcing the date for the opening of the trial. And when the trial starts, then the accused will need to be before the judges. Before this trial starts, the accused are not requested to be at The Hague before the judges unless the judges will order otherwise, of course.
But even as preparations take place, no witness can change their statements, and they must give the same statements during the trial. If a witness decides to retract his or her statement, it would have a direct impact on the two cases.
For anything to have an impact on the proceedings, it has to be submitted to the judges in accordance with the rules of the proceedings, meaning that it has to be in a request submitted formally to the judges by the parties, the defense or the prosecutor or the participants, so the victims, and has to be based on legal or factual argumentation.
Fadi-el says that he is not aware of any witness that has requested to change their statement. In the meantime, the representatives of the European Union has warned Kenyans of leaders who wish to downplay the ICC trials.
There is some evidence which must be weighed in a court of law, obviously, that some people wish to use violent means to affect the outcome of the election, that they must be held to account for that. I make no prejudgment on the outcome of the process, but the process must take place.
It is now that the reality of ICC is beginning to sink in. And with the ICC spokesman's statement and that of EU officials, it proves that the process can neither be stopped nor suspended, and the Ocampo 4 will eventually have to prove their innocence at The Hague. Catherine Omwando, KTN in Nairobi.